Tangent to a circle. A tangent to a circle is a straight line that touches the circle at one point, called the point of tangency. At the point of tangency, the tangent of the circle is perpendicular to the radius. Here we have circle A, where line segment AT is the radius and line TP is the tangent to the circle. This means the line segment AT is perpendicular to line TP. Let's try an example where line segment AT equals 5 and line TP equals 12. How do we find the length of line segment AP? The angle T is the right angle because the radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of tangency. Line segment AT is perpendicular to line TP. This means we can use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for line segment AP. We start with AT squared plus TP squared equals AP squared. Now we plug in our numbers and solve for AP. And we get AP equals 13. Circles are the set of all points a given distance from a point. This means a circle is not all the space inside it. It is the curved line around a point that closes in a space. A circle has a center, which is that point in the middle, and provides the name of the circle. A circle can have a radius, the distance from the center to the circle. Chord, a line segment from the circle to another point on the circle without going through the center. Secant, a line passing through 2 points of the circle. Diameter, a chord passing through the center. Circumference, the distance around the circle itself. Here is a crop circle that shows the flattened crop, a center point, a radius, a secant, a chord, and a diameter. Notice that the diameter connects with the center point and 2 points on the circle. A chord and a secant connect only 2 points on the circle. A tangent connects with only 1 point on a circle. A tangent is a line, or line segment, that intersects a circle at exactly 1 point. To do that, the tangent must also be at a right angle to a radius, or diameter, that intersects that same point. In our crop circle U, if we look carefully, we can see a tangent line off to the right. Line segment FO. That would be the tiny trail the circle makers walked along to get to the spot in the field where they started forming their crop circle. Crop circles almost always appear very close to roads and show some signs of tangents, which is why most researchers say they are made by human pranksters. The word tangent comes from a Latin term meaning to touch, because a tangent just barely touches a circle. Lines and line segments are not the only geometric figures that can form tangents. One circle can be tangent to another, simply by sharing a single point. The 2 circles could be nested, one inside the other, or adjacent. Here is a crop circle with 3 little crop circles tangential to it. You can also surround your first crop circle with 6 circles of the same diameter as the first. This forms a crop circle nest of 7 circles, with each outer circle touching exactly 3 other circles, and the original center circle touching exactly 6 circles. Now let's learn about the tangent of a circle theorem. 3 theorems are connected to tangents. We already snuck one past you. That is, a tangent is perpendicular to a radius. The second theorem is called the two-tangent theorem. It states that if 2 tangents of the same circle are drawn from a common point outside the circle, the 2 tangents are congruent. The tangent-secant theorem explains a relationship between a tangent and a secant of the same circle. With point I common to both tangent Li and secant En, we can establish the following equation. Li squared equals IE times In. Though it may sound like the sorcery of aliens, that formula means the square of the length of the tangent segment is equal to the product of the secant length beyond the circle times the length of the whole secant.